Well, we have got a pretty wild storm going on just now. You can see not a lot over there. It's so bad that the trees in the distance, the national park trees, have disappeared. So I'm going to take this opportunity, as it's been raining heavily for quite a while now, to actually go to the old house to see if I can demonstrate the water flow around the house. Right, let's see what we can get up to. This nearly flattened road is not looking too bad. But I think in the village there'll be more evidence of flooding. That's the school bus bringing the children back to the village from Londindang. Goodness me, he's fully loaded. His front wheels are actually off the ground, I think. Yes, it's probably not very apparent from the video, but this road is actually a river. The whole of the road is covered in flowing water. It's not very deep, but it does cover the whole surface. And this is the road that leads down to the old house. And the old house is just on our left now, in there. Right, this is where I get very wet in the cores. Look, this is the river that flows past the monument. Well, it's a river now. And you can see on the other side of the road how the little bit of drainage has been created. And then it goes across the road and down there. That is the trench that we dug out past the monument to make sure that the monument didn't end up getting washed away. This is the shallow drainage ditch that I built some years ago. Helps to get the water from down the side of the neighbour's place going past us. Before that was built, because of the lie of the land, it used to just come straight across here. Yeah, there's plenty of reasonably fast flowing water going through there. Right, let's go around the newly cleaned pathway. Yes, well, the water's draining nicely along here, down to this standing area here. So that could probably do with a little bit of work. I think I might try and dig out a little bit of a channel here, just across there, just to get this area here to be more free draining. Now if we stick our head over here, this is the neighbour's land. You can see some movement of water, and you can see how it goes down the side here and hits the dam, and then goes down the side of the house. It's a wider angle, so you can see it's coming around that corner very nicely, and it goes shooting down there. And this isn't actually very deep compared to what I have seen it when the rains have been twice as heavy and for twice as long. But the water comes down from the higher ground behind this neighbour's house. It just comes pouring down here. You can see there's a bit of water down the side here that's draining slowly, but this is actually going quite fast along here. So this is working extremely well, because all of this normally, before we built this dam, this wall if you like, call it the dam because that's effectively what it is. Before we built this, all this water used to hit the house. We tried to make a barrier, but it didn't really work. It used to get through because it wasn't a barrier made of concrete, it was a barrier made of earth and wood. And all of that water there used to come straight down and hit the house, which is why we had such a damp problem all along here and all down here. And now, nothing's hitting the house, we're just getting a few splashes from the water coming off the roof. Let's have a walk down this bit of a log there. Looks like a poo actually. Oh, I'm getting really soaking wet now because the roof's draining directly onto my head. I cleared this a couple of days ago. Just stand to one side. I cleared this a couple of days ago. I dug the channel out a little bit and cleared all the rubbish out of it, cleared the plants that were growing. As you can see, it's flowing really well now. My intention is to extend the concrete which ends there and which is getting somewhat undermined by the flow of water. I want to extend that concrete to about there, so when we have the opportunity, I'm going to get some concrete mixed up and use some of the wire we've got left over and actually create a nice flat concrete bed a little bit further along, and that will help to protect the bank that's actually just starting to erode here because of the speed of the water. Once it gets down to there, I think the speed and the flow will be a lot slower and a lot more even, and I don't think it will do so much damage. And also the gradients, the gradient gets very much steeper just as it starts to bend round. So yes, that is what I would say is not a very heavy amount of water, and yet you can see how it's essential to manage this. And indeed, I'm very pleased with myself because everything I've wanted to get done here to save this house from deterioration has worked. Yes, I'm very pleased with that. Right, let's take a walk down here and check the monument out. This really is like walking through the jungle now, isn't it? Disappearing through the jungle in the riverbed. Let's just give that a bit of a kick. Get the flow going a bit more. A little bit of a blockage here. All that debris is basically from the neighbour's land. It's got washed down here. Their bamboos seem to have died, so there's an awful lot of dead debris. Let's just get some of these moved as well. We had an incident here a couple of months ago with the monument. What happened was, right, there's a great big bamboo here, and what happened was an elephant came here to feed on the bamboo, and the elephant knocked the top off the monument here, which was very upsetting for Suntory. But luckily, the niece who was here at the time, and one of the lads from the village, one of our builder friends, went off and found her. Blimey! Oh, try and move this great big log here. They went off and found a new top. I managed to get it fixed within a couple of days, so that was good. Oh. Just get this giant piece of bamboo out of the way, so it's blocking the flow of water. Oh. Better. I'm probably being a bit anal here, but if this gets blocked up here, what I think might happen very easily is the water backs up and ends up building up around the monument and undermining it. So as I'm here and as I'm in the mood, I'm gonna just clear some of these bits. It's looking good. It's actually better to come out in the rain to do this sort of job, because you can see exactly where the water's flowing and you can see exactly what's stopping the water flowing. Whereas in the dry and in the sun, you might not have the same appreciation as to the problems. And to be honest, I'm not getting wet now. I'm under cover. The rain isn't penetrating through the canopy, so and even if I was getting wet, it's warm. There's a big pit there. Okay, you can see through there how the water, the muddy water, meanders its way directly down in front of you, right the way down to the road. I think the rain's actually eased off a bit now. Right. I'll have to come back and just cut some of this back a little bit because it's dragging into the water, and that will stop the flow as bits get caught on it. Anyway, that's pretty good now. Let's go up here and have a look at the monument. Well, it looks as though the plants have survived anyway over the last few months of being ignored by us. I mean, we are in the rainy season, so I would imagine that they've had plenty of rain to keep them sustained. Yeah, that top's been replaced and glued on. But I think this bamboo needs to be cut back a little bit, if only to give the elephants more room so they stay away from the monument when they come looking for food. So this is the ditch that we dug out. We dug it out from about here, made it a bit deeper and a bit wider, and obviously cleared it, and that's worked very well. I lay these two massive planks over here so we can get across without any issues. They've stayed put. Let's just clear some of this debris so it doesn't eventually block up the ditch here. Yeah. So far I've done very well, I haven't fallen in. Famous last words, eh? See, there's a bit of a blockage here, which I want to clear. That's a nice stick. I'll use that to do some of this. Oh. It's not too deep, I should be able to go in there. Unblocked. Combination of dead stuff and living stuff going into the ditch. Fucking hell. Fuck, that was right overhead. Excuse my language. Christ on a bike. I saw the flash. About 3 seconds later that bang came. Oh my god, it's right on me. Oh. Oh, go and change my pants now. Crap. Oh my god. Oh, here we go, another one. I just saw another flash. No noise that time though. Come on, water. Get running. It's a bit of a step down there where we started digging out the trench. That's it. There you go. I can see another one just down there. Yeah. I need to give this a bit of a wash. There's the broken bit. That's the bit that was ripped off by the elephant. It had some nice colours on it as well, but unfortunately they couldn't find another one with the same colouring, so they just got a plain one. But that's fine. You wouldn't really know. You wouldn't really know unless you knew. Does that make sense? There's the start of it there. That's the sort of base of it, and then that was the next bit on top. Anyway, right, let's just clear this little log jam here. Flowers there. Some plastic flowers from the display I've got thrown around. Ow. Ow, that's got thorns in it, that one. Oh. Right, good. Now we've got some flowers to sort out here. I'll have to give those a rinse off and find a new pot. The pot they were in has gone. Don't know what's happened to that. There's another flower down here. This great big piece. There we go. Right. Oh, I can see a pot. I think it might be broken. Yeah, that's the pot that the flowers were in. I'll have to get a new one of those. The rubbish that's left lying around. So that's clear now. Just give my hand a bit of a rinse. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. That's the digging out of that trench has worked very well. We've got a few little weeds growing on the bank there which will help to stabilise it. We've got some nice plants around the monument which are growing nicely, and it won't be too long before they've got good root systems, and they'll help keep the soil around the edge as well as making it look attractive. The water flows past really nicely. we've done a good job digging that out, because actually it wasn't very deep at all before we started, and it was quite tough getting down to that level. The soil underneath has been compacted for many years and was quite hard. And then it opens up here, and I didn't know that, but this is actually this is concrete here, and with a step down. So at some point someone's actually tried to make the effort of making a proper place for the water to flow. And then there's concrete here as well, which sort of looks like rock, but I don't think it is. I think it's concrete. And then, as I say, the water just disappears, meanders down there, and eventually ends up on the main road that you can see is running along there. So there we go. Yeah, the flow's gone really low now. You can see how this bit of concrete's holding up well, but it's actually losing soil from down the back of it and the leading edge of it, so extending that wall and the base by another 2 metres I think is going to be a good idea. It's got undercut here by the water flowing as well. I've tried to block it up to try and stop debris actually getting out, but it is definitely undercut there. Yeah, well, there you go. So this is clear enough now. I don't want to clear it right up to the edge just at the moment, because it's giving some stability to the soil to have something growing there. But I did get rid of all the rubbish bags that were here and burnt those a couple of days ago. Took a bit of effort to get them burning, but most of them have gone. Very little left now in here. I'm leaving that overgrown again because that gives stability to that area. And one day we'll get rid of all the rubbish that's lying around there. So there you go, that's a video that's been a long time coming, but I did promise you that I would try and show you why this property was getting wet and why what I was doing and trying to achieve was so important. I hope you appreciate that now. Okay, time for me to go back to the new house and have a cup of tea. Yeah, so I've got a bit of a sticky mess on my sock after I've taken my boots off. And this is why you should always check your boots, because hiding in my boot was a frog, and I stood on him without realising and squashed him. Completely and utterly squashed. And now I've got frog shit and gut all over my sock. So folks, whenever you put your wellies on, give them a good shake, and even put your hand inside them just to make sure there's no frogs.